Hey guys, Todd from Great Escape Farms here. Today I am looking at the propagation bed that I put in last year, and I need to get these plants out of here pretty quick. I just spotted right here, there's an Aronia and it's just broke dormancy. So I need to get these out of here before they break dormancy, mainly Sweet Scarlet Goumi, Aronia and stuff like that. The stuff I need to keep dormant before I ship out. I'm actually shipping, today is March the 5th, so tomorrow I am shipping the first products. So March the 6th will start the season. I'm shipping in the south with the products right now, starting tomorrow, and then I'll be shipping further to the north here over the next week or two. So I need to dig out the ones here just because we've had extremely warm weather, and again I want to keep them dormant so that they can handle the stress of shipping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig them up and put them in sand, and I'll water the roots and all real quick, and then I will move them in the house and put them in a refrigerator. I have a refrigerator for the nursery business, and we'll keep them in that. Some of the things like this right here, a tall little booger right here, about as tall as I am kneeling here. This is an elderberry, so those I don't have to worry about too much. I can ship those, just they're extremely hardy, but some of the more sensitive ones I'm going to dig up here. So first thing I'm going to do is pick up all the leaves and everything, pull the weeds out, and then I'll pull these up. I can tell by looking at the roots which ones made it and which ones didn't. The ones that didn't make it either won't have any roots, or the roots will just you touch them and they're going to fall off. So that will be kind of obvious. So I'll go ahead. Okay, we got the bed cleaned up here. I also pulled out some early spring weeds, and one thing I want to point out here, let me aim this down, is, I don't know if you can see that, but right above me there's a 20, over here there's a 10, and over here there's a 30. And what those are, and I have little hash marks every 2 inches in between. So what that is the number of inches from this point here. So that's 2, and there's not gonna be anything on that. Then 4, 6, and we count up. And what that corresponds to is a row number. So if you notice, I have a row here, and I actually got some flack on one of my videos about having a straight row. Well, because I laid this out so I could do a straight row, and the reason being is after this sits for almost a solid year, these numbers get faded and you have to redo them and you have to measure out. And if you have a wavy line going all over the place, you're not going to know what's what. So it's kind of got to be the same on both sides. So I know that a 20 on this side is going to be pretty close to a 20 on that side. And then what that allows me to do is to hold the sheet away so you can see it, is to come back and see the 20 is a Korean bush cherry and 22 is a Korean bush cherry. So I also took notes on here as far as when it was planted and where it came from, and down at the bottom it said whether I use liquid or powdered rooting hormone, and it just gives me a good bit of information. So what I will do this year is, when I pull these up, is I will take a pot like this one right here, and I will write on it the year. So this is 2017, and then I will write a number underneath. So for a Korean bush cherry it'll be 20, and that way I know that 20 is Korean, 2017 row 20 is Korean bush cherry. And the reason I write the year is because last year in 2016 I harvested a number of them out of the same bed here, so I need to keep my years separate. So last year 2016 did not have a year. This year 2017 will have a year, because I still have some left over from last year that I'm selling as 1-year-old. So and if they're around next year, I can sell them as 2-year-old plants, although I'll have to pot up bigger than these. So let me show you what I'm going to do here as far as the wintering and keeping them dormant. So what I have is a big holes, or a bunch of big holes in these pots right here. So what I'm going to do is just take some old leaves and grind them up and put them in the bottom here. Grab a couple more. Grind them up, shove them on the bottom, and then I'll grab a handful of dirt, lay it down there, and this way I get minimal dirt coming out. And what that allows me to do is to water these, put them in the refrigerator, water them, and not have a whole bunch of, because without that, all the dirt's just going to come flowing out of here. I tried that before. So The reason I don't want to do soil is I want to be able to still remove these easily and ship them off while they're dormant. If I put soil in, I'm just afraid it'll compact too much and it'll be difficult to get these out of people that I'm shipping to. Okay, what we're going to deal with right now are these in the red row, right, or the ones with red twigs right here. So this is something called dappled willow. I'm not actually selling these this year. This is an experiment for me, but I can tell when things are dead because they are just, they pull right out like this. There's different, you notice it's brown color and it's different. This one is almost dead, but I do have a little bit of a thing coming up right here. I can see this one is dead. Okay, so what I'm going to do to dig these out is I'm going to go underneath here, and you'll notice the row next to it is moving, so I will be digging all these out today and try to get as much up as I can. You see there's a good bit of root system under there, and then so these I'm probably actually going to put in their own individual pots because I'm not going to get too many of these in with the in together. So some of these other smaller plants, goji and stuff like that, I can put a whole bunch of them in one pot together, but a large root system like that, I'm gonna have to do individual ones. That's gonna take a lot more pots than what I had originally planned on, but we will deal with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get as many of these in as I can before dark today, and I'll give you a shot of the refrigerator a little later on before we call it a day. Okay guys, so I have a number of cuttings here ready to go, and let's see, there we are. So 2017 row 20 is what that one is. Each one is labeled on here. You'll notice there's not that many in here. I'm hoping to get most of my shipping done out of the way in the next couple of weeks in March. So these are just the ones that for late orders that come in for April time frame, and I will put them in this refrigerator right here. And I have a batch of kombucha right here. I need to move some stuff around in here so I can get it in. I'd really like to get the tray on because, as you can see, I do get it, well, it's actually not there right now, but I do get a little bit of water to leak through here. But this will keep these dormant until April, and that will probably be my last shipment sometime in the end of April. So I have Aronia and Korean bush cherry, Nanking bush cherry, a number of different things in here. So this will like I say, get me into April, but hopefully I'll get most of my shipping and stuff done in the month of March. So that's it for this post. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.